Hello. So, I'm coming to you tonight with the reading for the Black Female Collective. There has been much conversation in the last few days surrounding the unaliving of Black women. Um, I wanted to do a collective reading with the hopes of putting some ease to the collective pain that we are all experiencing and to possibly instill hope into the Black female collective during this difficult time. So I already pulled the cards because I wanted to keep this video at a shareable amount of time. So judging by the cards that came out, there's some hope that we can look forward to. I'm gonna go by each one by one. The first card that came out is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this card can, in reverse, can mean a passion project, some delay, some frustration, which we're already currently experiencing. We're already experiencing frustration with the male collective as we've come to find out about some of their academies and their violence and then their celebration and their empathy towards the men who are responsible for our harm. So, yeah, we are experiencing a lot of anger towards this because the wands is a fire energy and it can represent the anger, the passion, and the passion behind the anger, but it also represents a passion project. So, with the passion project, I'm saying we can all choose to be advocates for ourselves and each other at this time. We can all choose to direct our anger and our passion towards our advocacy for each other and for ourselves. So that's the suggestion that I get from this card. I also want to note that normally when I do my tarot readings, the Knight of Wands is the F boy card. And with it being in reverse, I think this is also encouraging us to identify these F boys and stay the hell away from them. That's just my opinion. The next card that came out is the Strength card. Pretty self explanatory. We're going to have to muster up some courage in order to defend ourselves, no matter how harmful we have to become towards the people who are threatening us. I'm going to say it just like that. We have to have the courage to defend ourselves and protect ourselves and our family and our children. Because these men are not just unaliving women, they're unaliving like mothers and their girlfriends and children. We have to fight back at some point. We can no longer just sit back and wait to be victims. And this is not victim blaming. This is not saying the women did not try to protect themselves. But we have to put in the back of our mind that we have to be able to take it as far as they're willing to take it. That's what I'm getting with this strength card. Stay strong. Because the more we protect ourselves and the more we stand up for ourselves, eventually we will be meeting justice. So the next card that came out is the Justice card. This card, when it first came out, I was like really happy because right before I did this reading, I lit my candle praying for the justice of for Black women to receive justice for harm caused against us, not just unaliving, but all harm that we have endured, to include discrimination, any sort of violence whatsoever, any sort of disrespect, things of that nature. Justice is on our side, and we're going to get the justice that we deserve. And I also think that that justice card is also saying, when it comes to systemic oppression, that we're going to get justice in that aspect. So justice is coming. The next tarot card that came out is the Page of Swords. So what I'm getting from this is a new uprising. That's what I'm getting, because the Page of Swords can represent a new idea. This is a new uprising, a new um a new system coming into place. That's what I'm getting from this. This is also a time to learn and get all your skill sets that you need, because the main concern at this time for Black women is not just justice and self-protection, but also in acquiring the knowledge and going for uh, the mental healing that we need. The mental healing that we need, which I'm going to say straight up, patriarchal psychosis, religious psychosis, and patriarchal stress disorder. I'll probably one day go into what I mean by that. I already have posts. I did a post talking about that. I might share it again. But yes, patriarchal psychosis, religious psychosis, and patriarchal distress disorder. So yeah, we are definitely need to focus on our mental well-being as well as learning and having a thirst for knowledge and update and upping our skills. So as we're healing and as we are, you know, undergoing the awakening that is taking place right now, we're also preparing ourselves for ownership, for sovereignty, to actually lead and build something sustainable, a new system, new ideas coming to us during this time from our ancestors to build this new system and make it sustainable. That's what I'm getting from that. And this card was at the bottom of the deck. The last card is the 10 of Cups. And this card is pretty much divine love, harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, inner happiness, fulfillment, dreams come true, family contentment, total love and support. All the good stuff that we can think of, all is in the horizon. It's in the near future. Probably later for some, depending on where you at in your awakening and everything. But we're going to experience paradise one day, and it's coming for us. And we need to prepare ourselves for this new system, for this new desired reality, for this new reality. Because you can't be broken and think you're going to be happy. So we got to do the healing work. We got to do our shadow work. We got to do our mindset shifting. There's work to be done. So I pulled some cards from my Mind Info Oracle deck. And these are just pretty much general messages to give to the collective. So the first card that came out is release. And it says here, you are being asked to release any toxic people or situation from your life. You deserve to be free from all drama, and this is the first step to achieving that. So with this being underneath the Knight of Wands in reverse, like I said, this card is the Knight of Wands being the F-boy card, or leaving behind the F-boy. The release means decenter men, release yourself from the clutches of patriarchy, and decenter men, release yourself from the potential of patriarchy and center yourself and become sovereign. Pretty self-explanatory. The next card that came out is patience, and it says you are being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them in this moment. Have patience. It all will eventually work out. So that pretty much saying, like, before we get paradise, there's a lot of work to be done, and we just need to be patient with ourselves and each other in the meantime. There's a lot of systems to dismantle. We got capitalism, supremacy of the palm color people, racism, patriarchy. There's a lot of movements that needs to take place before we get our desired results. So yeah, just be patient. The next card that came out is Lighten Up. And it says you're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on earth. But you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. So yes, the Great Depression also took place during the Harlem Renaissance. So take with that information what you will. Our ancestors were in the cotton clubs getting down while battling the Great Depression, while battling Jim Crow. So yeah, keep it up. So then the last card that came out is Align, and it says you're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is so much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, and trust. So I'm gonna leave this message with this. Align yourself and get the knowledge that you need. Heal your mind, heal your body. Get their skill set up so you can focus on ownership on the other side of this. And I wish you a good night.